Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Daily English Talk. I am Mia, your host for today. If you are new here, I would like to tell you that we upload a new English learning video every day on our channel to help you improve your English faster. In today's episode, you will not only improve your English listening skills, but also your English speaking skills. In this lesson, we're diving into a very important and practical topic that will help you sound natural in everyday conversations. English phrases for daily conversation. We will go through real-life examples that will help you understand how native speakers use these phrases, how to respond naturally, and how to practice them until they become part of your fluent English. Whether you're greeting someone, making small talk, asking questions, or responding politely, these are the kinds of phrases that you'll hear and use every single day. By the end of this video, you'll feel more confident using them in real life, and I'll give you practice exercises along the way so you can repeat and shadow me for fluency. Before we start the lesson, make sure to subscribe to the channel and also press the bell icon if you want more helpful English learning episodes like this. So, grab a pen and paper. Let's get started. When we think about daily English conversation, the first thing that usually comes to mind is how we greet people. Greetings are the doorway to every interaction. They are short, simple, and powerful because they set the tone of the conversation. If you start with a warm and natural greeting, you immediately sound friendly and confident. Let's start with one of the most common greetings. Hello, how are you? This phrase may sound simple, but the way you use it can change the mood of the whole talk. When you say, hello, how are you, with a smile and relaxed tone, you invite the other person to open up. Now, let's practice together. Repeat after me slowly. Hello, how are you? Again, a little faster this time. Hello, how are you? But native speakers don't always say the full phrase. Sometimes they shorten it. They might say, hey, how's it going? Or, hi, what's up? These phrases are more casual and friendly, and you'll hear them very often in real life. Try saying them with me now. Hey, how's it going? Hi, what's up? Can you hear the rhythm? Notice that the words connect smoothly, almost like one sound. Here's a little practice exercise for you. Imagine you're meeting a friend at a coffee shop. When you see them, you can greet them in different ways. Say out loud, hey, how's it going? Pause for a moment, then try another one. Hi, what's up? And finally, hello, how are you? Doing this practice helps you prepare for real-life situations. Now, after the greeting, what usually comes next? It's the response. If someone asks you, "How are you?" or "How's it going?" you need to answer in a way that feels natural. A common response is, "I'm good, thanks, and you?" Or you might say, "I'm doing well, how about you?" These responses are polite, friendly, and they keep the conversation flowing. Let's practice this together. Repeat after me slowly. I'm good, thanks. And you? One more time with a bit more natural speed. I'm good, thanks. And you? Now another version. I'm doing well. How about you? Excellent. By practicing these full sentences, you're training your brain to answer automatically without thinking too much. Sometimes, if you're feeling great, you can use stronger words. You might say, "I'm fantastic, thank you," or "I'm wonderful today." On the other hand, if you're not feeling very good, you can use softer responses. "I'm okay, just a little tired." Or, "Not bad, just busy with work." These phrases are useful because they add more detail and help you sound honest and natural. Let's do a quick role play practice. I'll ask you and you respond. Ready? Hey, how are you? Pause. Great. Now try again with a different answer. Hi, how's it going? Pause. Wonderful. Keep practicing with different phrases until they feel natural for you. After greetings and responses, daily conversations often move to small talk. Small talk might feel unimportant, but it's actually one of the strongest tools to build connections. It helps you sound friendly, polite, and interested in others. In English, small talk usually starts with topics like the weather, the weekend, or simple daily activities. For example, imagine you're at work and you see a colleague in the morning. You might say, "It's such a nice day today, isn't it?" Or, "Looks like it might rain later." These small comments may seem simple, but they create a friendly atmosphere and invite the other person to continue the conversation. Let's practice together. Repeat after me slowly. It's such a nice day today, isn't it? Again, a little faster. It's such a nice day today, isn't it? Now try. Looks like it might rain later. Very good. Notice how natural it feels when you practice them out loud. Another common small talk topic is the weekend. People love asking about weekends because it's safe and easy. You can say, "How was your weekend?" Or, "Did you do anything fun last weekend?" These phrases open the door for the other person to share something about their life. Now let's practice the answers. You could say, "It was great, thanks. I went out with some friends." Or, "Pretty good. I just stayed home and relaxed." Another example, "Not too bad. I had to work a little, but I also watched a movie." The important thing is to answer politely and add a little detail. This makes you sound more engaged and interesting. Here's a short practice exercise. I'll ask the question and you respond. And ready? How was your weekend? Pause. Excellent. Try another one. Did you do anything fun last weekend? Pause. Great work. You can repeat this practice with your own answers every time using different details. Now let's move to another common small talk phrase, talking about daily activities. For example, how's work going? Or, how's school? These phrases are simple, but they show interest in the other person's life. Practice with me. How's work going? How's school? Notice the rising tone at the end, which shows you're asking a friendly question. When someone asks you these, here are some natural answers. It's going well, thanks. Just a little busy. Pretty good. I have some new projects to work on. It's okay. Nothing special this week. Practicing these answers helps you prepare for real situations so you can speak without hesitation. Let's role play again. I'll ask you a question and you answer out loud. How's work going? Pause. Great. One more. How's school? Pause. Wonderful. Try to add your own small detail each time. For example, how's work going? It's going well. I just had a meeting this morning. The more details you practice, the more natural your English will become. Small talk also includes polite comments about everyday life. For example, if you meet someone in the elevator, you might say, "Busy day today, isn't it?" Or if you're waiting in line, you might say, "It's really crowded here today." These small phrases are useful in many places, and they help you start a conversation with strangers in a natural way. Let's practice now. Repeat after me. Busy day today, isn't it? And again. It's really crowded here today. Great. Imagine you're standing in line and say it out loud. This practice will help you feel ready when the moment comes in real life. After greetings and small talk, conversations often move to sharing personal updates or asking polite questions. This stage is important because it deepens the connection. Instead of just saying hello or talking about the weather, you're starting to exchange real information, and that makes your English more meaningful and useful. One very common phrase you'll hear is, "What have you been up to?" This is another way of saying, "What have you been doing recently?" Native speakers use this phrase a lot when they meet friends or colleagues after some time apart. Practice with me slowly. What have you been up to? Again, a little faster. What have you been up to? When you hear this question, you can respond with short updates about your life. For example, "Not much, just working and studying," or "I've been busy with family." Another answer could be, "I started a new class recently." These answers are short, but they give information, and that helps keep the conversation alive. Let's practice together. I'll ask you and you respond. Ready? So, what have you been up to? Pause. Good. Try again with a different answer. What have you been up to? Pause. Excellent. Remember, variety is important. You can change your answers each time to sound more natural. Another very common phrase in daily conversation is asking about plans. People often say, "What are you up to this weekend?" Or, "Do you have any plans for tomorrow?" These questions show interest in the future, and they are very useful to make conversations friendly. Repeat after me slowly. What are you up to this weekend? And now, do you have any plans for tomorrow? How can you respond? You might say, "I'm planning to relax at home," or, "Yes, I'm going out with friends." Another natural response is, "Not sure yet, maybe I'll just watch a movie." By practicing these short answers, you prepare yourself to sound natural and automatic in real life. Let's do a quick role play again. I'll ask the question and you answer out loud. Do you have any plans for tomorrow? Pause. Excellent. Another one. What are you up to this weekend? Pause. Great. Remember, the key is to sound relaxed, like you're talking with a friend. Now let's look at another group of useful daily conversation phrases. Asking about feelings and emotions. In real life, people don't only talk about facts, they also talk about how they feel. A very natural question is, "How are you feeling today?" Or, "Are you okay?" These questions show care and interest. Repeat after me. How are you feeling today? And again, are you okay? The responses can be simple. I'm feeling good, thanks. Or more detailed. I'm a bit tired, but overall fine. Or, I'm excited because I have good news. Let's practice together now. I'm feeling good, thanks. I'm a bit tired, but overall fine. I'm excited because I have good news. Here's a practice exercise. Imagine you meet a close friend who looks a little tired. You can ask them, "Are you okay?" Then you can answer as if you are the friend. "I'm fine, just didn't sleep well." By practicing both sides, you'll feel more confident in real-life conversations. Finally, in this part, let's practice a very common conversational move, showing interest. When someone tells you something, you don't just stay silent. You respond with short phrases like, "Really? That's interesting. Wow, I didn't know that." Or simply, "Oh, nice." These little responses show that you are listening and engaged. Let's practice them now. Say with me slowly, "Really? That's interesting. Wow, I didn't know that. Oh, nice." Try using them after every story or answer you hear, and they will quickly become a natural part of your English speaking style. Daily conversation is not only about greetings and small talk, it also includes asking for information politely. In real life, we often need to ask for directions, for help, or for small details in daily life. Using polite phrases makes your English sound and respectful, and it helps you connect with others easily. For example, if you're looking for a place, you can ask, "Excuse me, could you tell me where the bus stop is?" Or, "Do you know how to get to the nearest cafe?" These are polite, simple, and very natural ways to ask. Practice with me now. "Excuse me, could you tell me where the bus stop is?" And again, "Do you know how to get to the nearest cafe?" Now, let's look at possible answers. Someone might say, "Yes, it's just down the street." Or, "Turn left at the corner and you'll see it." Or even, "I'm not sure, sorry." These are all natural replies you will hear in daily life. Let's practice them slowly. Yes, it's just down the street. Turn left at the corner and you'll see it. I'm not sure, sorry. Here's a quick role-play exercise. Imagine you're in a new city and you want to find the train station. Say out loud, "Excuse me, could you tell me where the train station is?" Pause. Then answer yourself as if you are the person giving directions. Yes, go straight ahead and it's on your right. Practicing both sides makes your English stronger. Another situation where we use polite phrases is when ordering in a restaurant or cafe. These are daily conversations that learners often struggle with, but with the right phrases, you can sound confident. For example, you might say, "Could I have a coffee, please?" Or, "I'd like a sandwich, please." Notice the use of please. It makes your request sound polite and natural. Let's practice together. "Could I have a coffee, please?" One more time. "I'd like a sandwich, please." Excellent. Now imagine you're at a cafe and say them out loud as if you're speaking to a server. When you receive your order, you can use simple, polite responses like, "Thank you very much," or "Thanks a lot." And if the server says, "Enjoy your meal," you can answer, "Thanks, you too." These polite exchanges make the interaction smooth. And friendly. Here's another practice scenario. Imagine you're in a restaurant. I'll play the role of the server and you respond, "What would you like to order?" Pause. Great. Now I'll bring your food and say, "Here's your coffee. Enjoy your meal." Pause. Excellent. Your polite response makes the conversation sound real. Polite phrases are also useful when shopping. For example, you might say, "Excuse me, how much is this?" Or, "Could you help me find the right size?" These are very common and practical questions. Repeat after me slowly. "Excuse me, how much is this?" "Could you help me find the right size?" Possible answers could be, "It's $20." Or, "Sure, let me check for you." Or, "Sorry, we don't have that size right now." Practicing both questions and answers helps you feel confident in stores, markets, or malls. Here's a short exercise. Imagine you're in a clothing shop. Ask out loud, "Could you help me find this in a medium size?" Now answer as if you are the shop assistant. "Sure, I'll get it for you." By repeating this practice often, your English will flow more naturally when you're in real-life situations. Finally, in this part, let's practice polite ways to get someone's attention. Instead of just saying, "Hey," or shouting, you can use polite phrases like, "Excuse me," or "Sorry to bother you." These expressions make you sound respectful. Practice with me. Excuse me. Sorry to bother you. Imagine you are stopping someone in the street politely. Another very important part of daily conversation is making and accepting invitations. In real life, we often invite friends, colleagues, or even new acquaintances to do things together. Using the right phrases helps you sound natural, polite, and confident. Let's start with simple invitations. You can say, "Do you want to grab a coffee sometime?" Or, "Would you like to come over this weekend?" Another natural phrase is, "How about going to the park tomorrow?" These are all common ways to invite someone in English. Practice with me now. Repeat slowly. "Do you want to grab a coffee sometime?" Again, with a bit more natural rhythm. "Do you want to grab a coffee sometime?" Now try. "Would you like to come over this weekend?" And finally, "How about going to the park tomorrow?" When someone invites you, you need to know how to accept or politely decline. If you want to accept, you can say, "That sounds great," or "Sure, I'd love to." Another friendly option is, "Yes, that would be fun. Practice them now with me." "That sounds great." "Sure, I'd love to." "Yes, that would be fun." Sometimes you might need to say no, but in a polite way. You can say, "I'd love to, but I'm busy this weekend." Or, "Thanks for the invitation, but I already have plans." Or, "Maybe another time." These polite declines keep the conversation friendly without sounding rude. Let's practice. "I'd love to, but I'm busy this weekend." "Thanks for the invitation, but I already have plans." "Maybe another time." Let's do a quick role play. I'll invite you, and you answer. Ready? "Would you like to go for dinner tonight?" Pause. Excellent. Another one. "How about watching a movie on Saturday?" Pause. Perfect. Now you try inviting me. Say out loud, "Do you want to grab a coffee sometime?" And I'll answer, "Sure, that sounds great." This back and forth practice is how you train your fluency. Another common daily conversation situation is making suggestions. A suggestion is like an invitation, but softer. For example, you can say, "We could go for a walk," or "Why don't we try that new restaurant?" Or, "Let's watch a movie tonight." Practice with me now. "We could go for a walk." "Why don't we try that new restaurant?" Let's watch a movie tonight. When you hear a suggestion, you can agree politely by saying, "Good idea." "That sounds nice." Or, "Yes, let's do that. Let's practice." "Good idea." "That sounds nice." "Yes, let's do that." And if you don't want to agree, you can respond politely with phrases like, "I'm not sure about that," or "Maybe another time," or "I don't really feel like it." These phrases let you disagree without sounding unfriendly. Practice now. "I'm not sure about that." "Maybe another time." "I don't really feel like it." Here's a mini practice exercise. Imagine you and a friend are deciding what to do on a Sunday afternoon. Try this conversation aloud. "Why don't we go to the park?" Answer, "Good idea." Then try another one. "Let's watch a movie at home." Answer, "I don't really feel like it." Notice how each response changes the direction of the conversation. Invitations and suggestions are powerful in daily life because they help you connect with people. Whether it's inviting someone for coffee, suggesting a place to eat, or simply saying "maybe another time," these phrases give you flexibility and confidence in English conversations. Daily conversation also includes asking for help and offering help. These are some of the most practical phrases you'll need in real life, whether you're at work, at school, in a shop, or even at home with friends and family. Let's begin with asking for help politely. You can say, "Could you help me with this, please?" Or, "Do you mind giving me a hand?" Another useful one is, "Can you show me how to do this?" All of these are friendly and polite ways to ask. Practice with me now. "Could you help me with this, please?" "Do you mind giving me a hand?" "Can you show me how to do this?" When someone asks for help, you need to know how to respond. If you're happy to help, you can say, "Of course." "Sure, no problem." Or, "Yes, I'd be glad to." Practice them slowly. "Of course." "Sure, no problem." "Yes, I'd be glad to." Sometimes you can't help, so you need polite ways to refuse. You can say, "I'm sorry, I can't right now." Or, "I'd like to help, but I'm busy at the moment." Another option is, "Maybe later, if that's okay." Practice with me now. "I'm sorry, I can't right now." "I'd like to help, but I'm busy at the moment." Maybe later, if that's okay. Let's do a short role play. Imagine you're in class and you need help with homework. Ask out loud, "Could you help me with this question, please?" Now answer as if you are the friend. "Sure, no problem." Now try another one. Ask, "Do you mind showing me how to solve this?" Answer, "I'm sorry, I can't right now." Practicing both sides makes your English stronger. Offering help is just as important as asking for help. Common phrases are, "Do you need any help?" Can I give you a hand? Or, would you like me to do that for you? Practice these now. Do you need any help? Can I give you a hand? Would you like me to do that for you? If someone offers you help and you want to accept, you can say, "Yes, please, that would be great." Or, "Thanks, I'd appreciate it." Practice them with me. Yes, please, that would be great. Thanks, I'd appreciate it. If you don't need help, you can decline politely by saying, "No, thank you. I can manage." Or, "That's kind of you, but I'm okay. Let's practice." "No, thank you. I can manage." "That's kind of you, but I'm okay." Here's a practice scenario. Imagine you're carrying a heavy bag and a friend says, "Do you need any help?" Respond, "Yes, please, that would be great." Now try the other version. "No, thank you. I can manage." Practicing both helps you stay ready for any real-life conversation. These small but powerful phrases for asking and offering help make everyday life smoother. They show kindness, respect, and cooperation. And by practicing them often, you'll find yourself using them automatically in your daily conversations. Another essential part of daily conversation is talking about time and making arrangements. In real life, we often need to plan meetings, agree on schedules, or simply check the time. Knowing the right phrases will make these conversations smoother and more natural. Let's begin with asking the time. The most common way is, "Excuse me, what time is it?" Or, "Do you have the time?" Another casual version is, "Could you tell me the time, please?" Practice with me now. "Excuse me, what time is it?" "Do you have the time?" "Could you tell me the time, please?" Now, let's practice possible answers. "It's 3 o'clock." "It's 7:30. Or, "It's almost noon." Notice how in English we often say 1/2 for 30 minutes. Practice with me slowly. "It's 3 o'clock." "It's 7:30. "It's almost noon." Here's a quick practice exercise. I'll ask you the question and you answer out loud. "Excuse me, what time is it?" Pause. Very good. Now again. "Do you have the time?" Pause. Excellent. Now let's move on to arranging plans. A simple way to ask is, "When can we meet?" Or, "What time works for you?" Another useful phrase is, "Are you free tomorrow afternoon?" Practice them now. When can we meet? What time works for you? Are you free tomorrow afternoon? For responses, you can say, "I'm free after 5. Tomorrow works for me." Or, "Sorry, I'm busy then. How about Friday?" Practice these sentences. I'm free after 5. Tomorrow works for me. Sorry, I'm busy then. How about Friday? Let's do a role play practice. I'll ask you, "When can we meet?" Pause. Good. Try again. What time works for you? Pause. Excellent. Now you ask me. Are you free tomorrow afternoon? And I'll answer. Sorry, I'm busy then. How about Friday? By practicing both sides, you train your fluency for real conversations. Another important daily phrase set is confirming and changing plans. You can confirm by saying, "See you at 6," or "Great, I'll meet you at the cafe." Practice these with me. See you at 6. Great, I'll meet you at the cafe. If you need to change the plan, you can say, "I'm sorry, can we reschedule?" Or, "Something came up, can we meet later?" These polite changes keep your English friendly. Practice now. I'm sorry, can we reschedule? Something came up. Can we meet later? Here's a practice scenario. Imagine you agreed to meet a friend at 5, but now you're late. Say out loud, "I'm sorry, I'll be a little late. Can we meet at 5:30 instead?" Now answer as if you are the friend. "Sure, no problem." Excellent. Finally, in this part, let's practice short phrases to close conversations politely when making arrangements. You can say, "See you then," "Talk to you soon," or "Looking forward to it." Repeat after me. See you then. Talk to you soon. Looking forward to it. These are friendly, natural ways to end daily planning conversations. Another key part of daily conversation is talking about likes and dislikes. In real life, we often share our opinions about food, music, hobbies, or movies. Expressing what you like and don't like helps you connect with people and makes your conversations more interesting. Let's start with simple ways to express likes. You can say, "I like pizza," or "I really enjoy reading." Another common phrase is, "I love listening to music." Notice how each phrase has a different level of strength. "I like" is simple. "I enjoy" sounds a little more formal, and "I love" is very strong. Practice with me now. I like pizza. I really enjoy reading. I love listening to music. Excellent. Try saying them again, but replace the activity with something from your own life. For example, "I like playing football," or "I love cooking." The more you personalize, the more natural you'll sound. Now let's practice dislikes. You can say, "I don't like spicy food," or "I don't really enjoy watching TV." Another option is, "I hate waking up early." Practice these slowly with me. I don't like spicy food. I don't really enjoy watching TV. I hate waking up early. Here's a small exercise. I'll ask you, and you answer. Do you like coffee? Pause. Good. Now another one. Do you enjoy traveling? Pause. Excellent. Try again. Do you like spicy food? Pause. Very good. These short question and answer practices prepare you for real conversations. Now let's look at phrases for asking about other people's likes and dislikes. You can ask, "What do you like to do in your free time?" Or, "Do you like sports?" Another natural one is, "Are you into movies?" Practice them with me now. What do you like to do in your free time? Do you like sports? Are you into movies? When someone asks you these questions, give more than just yes or no. Add a little detail. For example, "Yes, I like sports. I usually play basketball on weekends." Or, "I'm into movies. I watch them almost every night." The extra detail makes your English sound fluent and keeps the conversation going. Let's do a role play practice. I'll ask you a question and you answer. What do you like to do in your free time? Pause. Excellent. Another one. Are you into music? Pause. Great. Now you ask me, do you like coffee? And I'll answer, yes, I love it. I drink it every morning. Talking about likes and dislikes also includes softer phrases to show opinion politely. For example, instead of saying, "I hate it," you could say, "It's not really my thing," or "I'm not a big fan of it." These phrases are polite and softer, perfect for friendly conversations. Practice with me. It's not really my thing. I'm not a big fan of it. Finally, in this part, let's combine these phrases into natural conversation. For example, A. Do you like pizza? B. Yes, I love it. I eat it once a week. Or A. Are you into football? B. Not really. It's not my thing. I prefer basketball. By practicing full exchanges like this, your daily English will feel smoother and more real. Another big part of daily conversation is talking about routines and habits. People often ask and answer questions about what they usually do every day because it's a safe and natural way to get to know someone. These conversations are simple but very useful. Let's start with how to describe your daily routine. You can say, "I usually wake up at 7 in the morning," or "I go to work at 9. Another example. "In the evenings, I like to watch TV or read a book." These are very natural ways to talk about your life. Practice with me slowly. I usually wake up at 7 in the morning. I go to work at 9. In the evenings, I like to watch TV or read a book. Excellent. Now try replacing these with your own details. For example, I usually wake up at 6. I go to school at 8. In the evenings, I practice English. Now let's practice asking about someone else's routine. You can say, "What time do you usually wake up?" Or, "What do you usually do after work?" Another question is, "How do you usually spend your weekends?" Practice with me now. What time do you usually wake up? What do you usually do after work? How do you usually spend your weekends? When you answer these, add a little detail to make your English sound fluent. For example, I usually wake up at 7, then I have breakfast. Or, after work, I usually go for a walk or meet friends. Another example. On weekends, I spend time with family and sometimes watch movies. Let's do a role play. I'll ask you a question and you answer. Ready? What time do you usually wake up? Pause. Good. Another one. How do you usually spend your weekends? Pause. Excellent. Now ask me, what do you usually do after work? And I'll answer, I usually cook dinner and then relax with some music. Talking about habits is also very common in daily English. You can say, I always drink coffee in the morning, or I usually take the bus to work. Another example. I sometimes exercise in the evening. Practice them slowly with me. I always drink coffee in the morning. I usually take the bus to work. I sometimes exercise in the evening. Now, let's practice negative sentences for habits. You might say, I don't usually eat breakfast. Or, I never smoke. Another one is, I rarely watch TV. Practice now. I don't usually eat breakfast. I never smoke. I rarely watch TV. Here's a quick exercise. I'll give you the beginning of a sentence, and you finish it with your own habit. Ready? I always pause. Great. Now, I usually pause. Very good. One more. I never pause. Excellent. By practicing this, you train your brain to talk about your own habits naturally. Finally, let's practice full exchanges about routines. For example, A. What do you usually do on Sundays? B. I usually wake up late and go for a walk in the park. Or A. Do you usually cook dinner? B. Yes, I usually cook, but sometimes I order food. These short but real conversations will help you feel ready for daily life in English. Daily conversations also include talking about the past. We often share stories, experiences, or recent events when we meet people. These phrases are very useful because they let you explain what you've done and also ask others about their lives. Let's start with simple ways to talk about yesterday. You can say, yesterday I went shopping, or I had dinner with my family last night. Oh, another example is, I watched a movie yesterday evening. These are clear and easy sentences that you can use anytime. Practice with me now. Yesterday I went shopping. I had dinner with my family last night. I watched a movie yesterday evening. Excellent. Now try replacing the activities with your own. For example, yesterday I studied English. I met a friend last night. I went for a walk yesterday evening. Now let's practice asking about the past. You can ask, "What did you do yesterday?" Or, "How was your weekend?" Another common one is, "Did you go anywhere last night?" Practice slowly with me. What did you do yesterday? How was your weekend? Did you go anywhere last night? When you answer, always add a little detail. For example, I studied English yesterday. I practiced speaking for an hour. Or, my weekend was great. I visited my grandparents. Another example. Yes, I went to a restaurant with friends last night. These details make your English sound natural and interesting. Let's do a quick role play. I'll ask you, "What did you do yesterday?" Pause. Very good. Another one. How was your weekend? Pause. Excellent. Now you ask me, "Did you go anywhere last night?" And I'll answer, "Yes, I went shopping with my sister." Sometimes we talk about special experiences in the past. You can say, "I've been to London," or "I've tried sushi before." Another one is, "I've never ridden a horse." These sentences use the present perfect tense, and they are very common in English conversations. Practice them slowly with me now. I've been to London. I've tried sushi before. I've never ridden a horse. Great. Try making your own sentences with things you have done or never done. For example, I've been to the beach many times. I've never played golf. Now let's practice asking about experiences. You can say, "Have you ever been to Paris?" Or, "Have you ever tried sushi?" Another one is, "Have you ever gone camping?" Practice slowly. Have you ever been to Paris? Have you ever tried sushi? Have you ever gone camping? When you answer, you can say, "Yes, I have. It was amazing." Or, "No, I haven't. Maybe someday." Practice these with me now. Yes, I have. It was amazing. No, I haven't. Maybe someday. Here's a practice exercise. I'll ask you, "Have you ever traveled abroad?" Pause. Excellent. Now try another. "Have you ever eaten Japanese food?" Pause. Great. Now switch roles and ask me, "Have you ever gone camping?" And I'll answer, "Yes, I have. It was really fun." Finally, in this part, let's combine past questions and answers into natural conversation. For example, A. What did you do last weekend? B. I went hiking in the mountains. It was amazing. Or A. Have you ever tried sushi? B. Yes, I have. I love it. These small but powerful exchanges will prepare you for real conversations in English every day. Daily conversation also includes talking about the future. People often ask and answer questions about plans, hopes, and things they are going to do. These conversations are very common because everyone likes to talk about what's next in their life. Let's begin with simple future plans. You can say, I'm going to visit my friend tomorrow, or I'll call you later today. Another example is, we're meeting at the cafe this evening. These phrases are natural ways to express the future in daily conversation. Practice with me now. I'm going to visit my friend tomorrow. I'll call you later today. We're meeting at the cafe this evening. Excellent. Now try making your own sentences with your real plans. For example, I'm going to study English tonight. I'll go shopping tomorrow. We're having dinner with family this weekend. Now let's practice asking about future plans. You can say, what are you doing tomorrow? Or, do you have any plans for the weekend? Another useful one is, are you going anywhere next week? Practice them slowly with me. What are you doing tomorrow? Do you have any plans for the weekend? Are you going anywhere next week? When you answer, try to add more than just yes or no. For example, tomorrow I'm meeting a friend for lunch. Or, yes, I have plans. I'm going to the beach. Another example. Next week, I'm traveling to another city. Practice them now. Tomorrow, I'm meeting a friend for lunch. Yes, I have plans. I'm going to the beach. Next week, I'm traveling to another city. Let's do a role play practice. I'll ask you, what are you doing tomorrow? Pause. Very good. Now another one. Do you have any plans for the weekend? Pause. Excellent. Now you ask me, are you going anywhere next week? And I'll answer, yes, I'm going to visit my cousin. Talking about hopes and intentions is another common way to speak about the future. You can say, I hope to learn more English this year. Or, I plan to start a new hobby soon. Another phrase is, I want to travel abroad someday. Practice them slowly with me. I hope to learn more English this year. I plan to start a new hobby soon. I want to travel abroad someday. Now let's practice asking about hopes. You can say, what do you hope to do this year? Or, do you plan to start anything new? Another one is, what do you want to do in the future? Practice with me now. What do you hope to do this year? Do you plan to start anything new? What do you want to do in the future? Here's a small role play. I'll ask you, what do you want to do in the future? Pause. Excellent. Now you ask me, do you plan to start anything new? And I'll answer, yes, I plan to start learning guitar. Finally, in this part, let's practice polite ways to confirm future arrangements. You can say, See you tomorrow at 10. Or, looking forward to our meeting this weekend. Another natural one is, I'll text you later to confirm. Practice them slowly with me. See you tomorrow at 10. Looking forward, RD, to our meeting this weekend. I'll text you later to confirm. These short but powerful phrases help keep your daily English smooth and clear when talking about the future. Another very important part of daily conversation is giving opinions and agreeing or disagreeing politely. In everyday life, people often ask what we think about movies, food, music, or even daily news. Being able to share your opinion in a clear and natural way helps you sound confident and keeps conversations interesting. Let's start with simple opinion phrases. You can say, I think this movie is great. Or, in my opinion, the food here is delicious. Another common one is, I believe learning English every day really helps. Practice them slowly with me. I think this movie is great. In my opinion, the food here is delicious. I believe learning English every day really helps. Now, let's practice softer opinion phrases that make you sound polite. You can say, I guess it's okay, or it seems interesting. Another example, I'm not sure, but maybe it could work. Practice them with me now. I guess it's okay. It seems interesting. I'm not sure, but maybe it could work. Next, let's look at agreeing with someone's opinion. You can say, I agree with you, or that's true. Another natural phrase is, you're right. Practice these slowly. I agree with you. That's true. You're right. Sometimes you want to agree, but not 100%. You can say, I see your point, but, or, that's true, however. Another example, I agree to some extent. Practice now. I see your point, but, that's true, however. I agree to some extent. Now let's practice polite disagreement. You don't always have to say, no, you're wrong. Instead, you can say, I don't really think so. Or, I'm not sure I agree. Another natural one is, that's interesting, but I have a different opinion. Practice these slowly with me. I don't really think so. I'm not sure I agree. That's interesting, but I have a different opinion. Let's do a quick role play. I'll give an opinion and you respond. Ready? I think pizza is the best food in the world. Pause. Good. Another one. In my opinion, it's better to study at night. Pause. Excellent. Now you give me an opinion. I think reading is fun. And I'll answer, yes, I agree with you. Short phrases are also useful to show you're listening and reacting to opinions. You can say, exactly. That makes sense. Or, I never thought of it that way. Practice with me. Exactly. That makes sense. I never thought of it that way. Finally, in this part, let's put it all together in short conversations. For example, A. What do you think of this restaurant? B. I think the food is great, but the service is slow. Or A. Do you agree that learning English every day helps? B. Yes, I agree. Daily practice really improves fluency. Or another one. A. I think it's better to live in a small town. B. That's interesting, but I prefer big cities. These full exchanges will help you handle real daily conversations about opinions with confidence. Daily conversation also includes talking about needs and preferences. In real life, we often explain what we want, what we need, or what we would prefer in a situation. These phrases are very common in shops, restaurants, offices, and even at home with friends and family. Let's start with expressing needs. You can say, I need some water, or I need to finish my homework. Another example is, I need a break. These sentences are short and powerful because they express something important. Practice with me slowly. I need some water. I need to finish my homework. I need a break. Now, let's practice expressing wants politely. Instead of just saying, I want, you can say, I'd like a glass of water, please. Or, I'd like to order a pizza. Another example is, I'd like to try that shirt in a different size. These polite forms are especially useful in shops and restaurants. Practice them with me. I'd like a glass of water, please. I'd like to order a pizza. I'd like to try that shirt in a different size. Preferences are another big part of conversation. You can say, I prefer tea to coffee, or I'd rather stay at home tonight. Another phrase is, I like traveling by train more than by bus. These show your choices in a polite and natural way. Practice slowly. I prefer tea to coffee. I'd rather stay at home tonight. I like traveling by train more than by bus. Now let's practice asking about preferences. You can say, do you prefer coffee or tea? Or, would you rather stay in or go out? Another question is, which do you like better, summer or winter? Practice them with me now. Do you prefer coffee or tea? Would you rather stay in or go out? Which do you like better, summer or winter? When you answer, remember to add detail. For example, I prefer tea because it's lighter. Or, I'd rather stay in because I'm tired. Another one, I like summer better because I enjoy the sunshine. These details make your English sound alive and real. Let's do a role play. I'll ask you, do you prefer coffee or tea? Pause. Great. Another one. Would you rather stay in or go out tonight? Pause. Excellent. Now you ask me, which do you like better, summer or winter? And I'll answer, I like winter better because I love cold weather. Short, polite phrases are also useful when you're not sure what you want. You can say, I don't mind, or either is fine. Another option, whatever you prefer. These are very common in daily life, especially when making decisions with friends. Practice with me slowly. I don't mind. Either is fine. Whatever you prefer. Finally, in this part, let's combine these into short, natural conversations. For example, A. Do you prefer coffee or tea? B. I prefer tea, it feels lighter for me. Or A. What do you need right now? B. I need a short break. Another one. A. Would you rather eat at home or in a restaurant? B. I'd rather eat at home because I'm a bit tired. These small dialogues will help you use daily English naturally and comfortably. Another very common part of daily conversation is asking for and giving opinions about everyday choices. This could be about clothes, food, movies, or even plans. These short exchanges happen all the time, and knowing the right phrases helps you sound natural and confident. Let's start with asking for opinions. You can say, what do you think of this shirt? Or, how do you feel about this movie? Another natural one is, do you like this restaurant? Practice them slowly with me now. What do you think of this shirt? How do you feel about this movie? Do you like this restaurant? When you answer, you can be positive, neutral, or negative. For example, I think it looks nice. It's okay, not my favorite. Or, I don't really like it. Practice these slowly. I think it looks nice. It's okay, not my favorite. I don't really like it. Now let's look at stronger positive opinions. You can say, that's amazing. Or, I really love it. Another one. This is the best I've ever tried. Practice now. That's amazing. I really love it. This is the best I've ever tried. Stronger negative opinions can be expressed politely too. You might say, I'm not a fan of it, or it's not really my style. Another one is, honestly, I didn't enjoy it. These phrases keep your tone polite but clear. Practice slowly. I'm not a fan of it. It's not really my style. Honestly, I didn't enjoy it. Here's a role-play practice. I'll ask you, what do you think of this movie? Pause. Good. Another one. Do you like this restaurant? Pause. Excellent. Now you ask me, how do you feel about this shirt? And I'll answer, I think it looks nice. Another useful set of phrases is showing interest in someone's opinion. You can say, really? Tell me more. Or, why do you think so? Another one. That's interesting. Can you explain? Practice them with me now. Really? Tell me more. Why do you think so? That's interesting. Can you explain? Short listening responses also make conversations feel alive. You can say, oh, I see. That makes sense. Or, I get it. Repeat after me. Oh, I see. That makes sense. I get it. These little responses show you are paying attention. Finally, in this part, let's combine everything into natural dialogues. For example, A. Do you like this restaurant? B. It's okay, but it's not my favorite. Or A. What do you think of this shirt? B. I think it looks nice, but maybe another color would be better. Another one. A. How do you feel about the movie we watched? B. Honestly, I didn't enjoy it very much. Practicing these real exchanges will make your daily English smoother and more confident. Another important part of daily conversation is making polite requests and responding to them. These are the kinds of phrases you will use at work, at school, in shops, and even at home. They are very useful because they allow you to ask for things kindly and answer naturally. Let's begin with simple polite requests. You can say, could you pass me the salt, please? Or, would you mind opening the window? Another useful one is, can you help me with this? Practice them slowly with me now. Could you pass me the salt, please? Would you mind opening the window? Can you help me with this? Now let's practice how to respond to requests. If you agree, you can say, sure, here you go. Or, of course, no problem. Another one, yes, I'd be happy to. Practice these responses with me. Sure, here you go. Of course, no problem. Yes, I'd be happy to. If you cannot agree, you need polite refusals. You can say, I'm sorry, I can't right now. Or, sorry, I'm a bit busy at the moment. Another natural one is, I'd like to, but I have to finish something first. Practice them slowly. I'm sorry, I can't right now. Sorry, I'm a bit busy at the moment. I'd like to, but I have to finish something first. Here's a quick role-play practice. I'll make a request, and you respond. Ready? Could you pass me the book, please? Pause. Excellent. Another one. Would you mind turning off the light? Pause. Very good. Now you make a request to me. Can you help me with this? and I'll answer, of course, no problem. Sometimes in daily life, we make less direct requests. For example, it's a bit hot in here, isn't it? This is another way of politely asking someone to open a window. Or, I'm really thirsty, which often means you'd like someone to offer you water. These indirect requests are common in English and they sound soft and polite. Practice with me now. It's a bit hot in here, isn't it? I'm really thirsty. Responding to indirect requests is also important. For example, A. It's a bit hot in here, isn't it? B. Yes, I'll open the window. Or A. I'm really thirsty. B. I'll get you some water. Practicing these helps you notice hidden meanings in English conversations. Now, let's look at requests in public places. For example, in a shop you might say, could you show me this in another size? Or in a bus you might say, excuse me, could you tell me when we reach the next stop? Practice them slowly with me. Could you show me this in another size? Excuse me, could you tell me when we reach the next stop? For polite responses, you can say, sure, one moment please. Or, yes, of course. Another one. I'll check for you. Practice now. Sure, one moment please. Yes, of course. I'll check for you. Finally, in this part, let's practice combining requests and answers into short, natural dialogues. For example, A. Would you mind opening the window? B. Of course, no problem. Or A. Could you pass me the salt, please? B. Sure, here you go. Another one. A. Excuse me, could you tell me when we reach the next stop? B. Yes, of course. I'll let you know. By practicing these exchanges, you prepare yourself for daily life situations where polite requests are necessary. Daily conversation also involves expressing gratitude and responding to thanks. These short exchanges are very common in every culture, and in English, they play a big role in showing politeness and friendliness. Let's start with simple ways to say thank you. You can say, thank you, or thanks a lot. Another common one is, thank you very much. Practice them slowly with me now. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you very much. For stronger gratitude, you can use phrases like, thanks so much for your help, or I really appreciate it. Another natural one is, that's very kind of you. Practice them with me. Thanks so much for your help. I really appreciate it. That's very kind of you. Now let's practice responses to thanks. When someone says thank you, you can answer, you're welcome, or no problem. Another friendly one is anytime. Practice now. You're welcome. No problem. Anytime. Sometimes you can respond in more formal ways. For example, it's my pleasure. or don't mention it. Practice slowly. It's my pleasure. Don't mention it. These are often used in professional or polite settings. Let's do a short role-play practice. I'll thank you and you respond. Ready? Thanks a lot for your help. Pause. Great. Another one. Thank you very much for carrying this bag. Pause. Excellent. Now you thank me. Thank you for explaining this. And I'll answer. You're welcome. In daily life, gratitude often comes in small situations. For example, in a shop when someone gives you change, you can say, thanks. Or when a friend gives you advice, you might say, thanks. That really helps. These short, natural responses make your English sound polite and friendly. Now let's practice showing deeper appreciation. You can say, I really appreciate your support. Or, thanks so much, I couldn't have done it without you. Practice them slowly with me. I really appreciate your support. Thanks so much, I couldn't have done it without you. Another important phrase is combining thanks with feelings. For example, thank you, that means a lot to me. Or, thanks, I'm really grateful for your help. Practice now. Thank you, that means a lot to me. Thanks, I'm really grateful for your help. Finally, in this part, let's combine gratitude and responses into short, natural dialogues. For example, A. Thanks for helping me with my homework. B. No problem, anytime. Or A. Thank you very much for the ride. B. It's my pleasure. Another one. A. Thanks so much for your advice. B. You're welcome, happy to help. Practicing these exchanges will prepare you for daily life situations where gratitude is expressed and received naturally. Daily conversation also includes apologizing and responding to apologies. These short exchanges are very important because mistakes, delays, or misunderstandings happen all the time in real life. Knowing how to say sorry politely and how to respond kindly will make your English sound respectful and natural. Let's start with simple apologies. You can say, I'm sorry, or sorry about that. Another very common one is, I apologize. Practice them slowly with me. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. I apologize. Now let's practice stronger apologies for bigger mistakes. You might say, I'm really sorry for being late. Or, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Another one is, please forgive me for the mistake. Practice these with me now. I'm really sorry for being late. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Please forgive me for the mistake. Next, let's look at responses to apologies. If someone says, I'm sorry, you can reply with, that's okay? Or, no worries. Another kind one is, don't worry about it. Practice slowly. That's okay. No worries. Don't worry about it. For stronger situations, you can respond with, it's all right. I understand. Or, it happens. Don't worry. Another one is, I forgive you. Practice now. It's all right. I understand. It happens. Don't worry. I forgive you. Let's try a role-play exercise. I'll apologize and you respond. Ready? I'm sorry I'm late. Pause. Good. Another one. Sorry, I forgot to bring the book. Pause. Excellent. Now you apologize to me. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. And I'll answer. That's okay, no problem. In daily life, apologies often happen in small situations. For example, if you bump into someone, you can say, oops, sorry. If you interrupt someone, you can say, sorry to interrupt. And if you make a small mistake, you can say, my bad. These casual phrases are very common in natural conversations. Practice them now. Oops, sorry. Sorry to interrupt. My bad. Polite phrases can also make apologies softer and kinder. For example, I'm sorry for the inconvenience, or I didn't mean to cause trouble. These are often used in professional settings like offices, shops, or services. Practice slowly. I'm sorry for the inconvenience. I didn't mean to cause trouble. Finally, in this part, let's combine apologies and responses into short dialogues. For example, A. I'm sorry I spilled the water. B. Don't worry, it happens. Or A. Sorry I missed your call. B. That's okay, you can call me later. Another one. A. I'm so sorry for being late. B. It's all right, I understand. These small exchanges help you handle everyday mistakes in a polite and friendly way. Daily conversation also includes giving compliments and responding to them. Compliments make people feel good and they create positive energy in conversations. They are very common in English, and using them naturally will make you sound friendly and warm. Let's start with simple compliments. You can say, you look nice today, or that's a beautiful shirt. Another one is, I like your haircut. Practice with me slowly. You look nice today. That's a beautiful shirt. I like your haircut. Now let's try stronger compliments. You can say, you did a great job, or that presentation was excellent. Another one, I really admire your hard work. Practice these now. You did a great job. That presentation was excellent. I really admire your hard work. Next, let's practice responding to compliments. The most common response is, thank you, or thanks, I appreciate that. Another natural one is, that's kind of you. Practice slowly. Thank you. Thanks. I appreciate that. That's kind of you. Sometimes people make compliments sound softer by being modest. For example, if someone says, "You speak English very well," you might reply, "Thank you, I'm still learning." Or, "Thanks, that means a lot, but I have more to practice." These kinds of replies show gratitude and humility. Practice them with me now. Thank you, I'm still learning. Thanks, that means a lot, but I have more to practice. Here's a role play exercise. I'll give you a compliment and you respond. Ready? You look great today. Pause. Excellent. Another one. You did really well on that project. Pause. Very good. Now you give me a compliment. I like your shirt. And I'll answer, "Thanks, that's kind of you." Compliments are also common when talking about skills or talents. You can say, "You're really good at cooking," or "You play the guitar really well." Another one is, "You're such a good listener." Practice them slowly with me. You're really good at cooking. You play the guitar really well. You're such a good listener. And when responding, you can keep it simple and friendly. Thanks, I enjoy it. Or, I appreciate that. I've been practicing a lot. Practice these responses. Thanks, I enjoy it. I appreciate that. I've been practicing a lot. Finally, in this part, let's combine compliments and responses into natural short dialogues. For example, A. You did a great job on your English test. B. Thank you, I studied hard. Or A. That's a nice dress. B. Thanks, I got it yesterday. Another one. A. You're such a good friend. B. That's kind of you, thank you. These short exchanges make conversations positive and natural. Another very common part of daily conversation is giving directions and explaining how to go somewhere. These phrases are extremely practical because people often ask for directions in streets, shops, stations, or even inside buildings. Being able to give clear directions in English will help you in real life, and it's a good way to practice polite language too. Let's start with asking for directions. You can say, "Excuse me, could you tell me how to get to the train station?" Or, "Can you show me the way to the nearest bus stop?" Another common one is there a pharmacy around here? Practice slowly with me. Excuse me, could you tell me how to get to the train station? Can you show me the way to the nearest bus stop? Is there a pharmacy around here? Now let's practice giving directions. You can say, "Go straight ahead," or "Turn left at the traffic light." Another one is, It's across the street. Practice them slowly with me. Go straight ahead. Turn left at the traffic light. It's across the street. Sometimes you need to give more detailed directions. For example, go straight ahead, then turn right at the bank. The post office is next to the supermarket. Or, walk 2 blocks, then turn left. You'll see the cafe on your right. Practice these long directions with me. Go straight ahead, then turn right at the bank. The post office is next to the supermarket. Walk 2 blocks, then turn left. You'll see the cafe on your right. Here's a role-play exercise. I'll ask you, "Excuse me, how can I get to the nearest supermarket?" Pause. Very good. Now, try giving me directions. Go straight ahead, then turn left. It's next to the pharmacy. Excellent. Sometimes if you don't know the answer, you can respond politely too. For example, "I'm sorry, I'm not sure." Or, "I don't know this area very well." Another polite option is, "Sorry, I can't help with that." Practice these with me. "I'm sorry, I'm not sure." "I don't know this area very well." "Sorry, I can't help with that." Now let's look at asking for clarification when someone gives you directions. You can say, "Could you repeat that, please?" Or, "Do I turn left or right after the bank?" Another one, "Is it far from here?" Practice slowly with me. "Could you repeat that, please?" "Do I turn left or right after the bank?" "Is it far from here?" Finally, in this part, let's combine these phrases into short, real-life conversations. For example, A. "Excuse me, could you tell me how to get to the train station?" B. "Go straight ahead, then turn right. It's across the street from the library." Or A. "Is there a pharmacy around here?" B. "Yes, walk 2 blocks, then turn left. You'll see it next to the bakery." Another one. A. "Can you show me the way to the bus stop?" B. "I'm sorry, I don't know this area very well." Practicing these exchanges will prepare you for everyday English situations when directions are needed. And that brings us to the end of today's lesson. You've practiced so many useful English phrases for daily conversation. From greetings and small talk, to making requests, giving compliments, apologizing politely, talking about routines, opinions, and even giving directions. All of these are real, everyday phrases that you can start using right away. Remember, fluency doesn't come in one day. It's the result of small, simple practice every single day. Even if you repeat just a few of these phrases daily, you'll notice your English becoming smoother, more automatic, and more confident. I encourage you to go back and repeat the role-play exercises we did together. Shadow my voice, copy the rhythm, and say the phrases out loud until they feel natural to you. That's how you train your brain to think in English instead of translating word by word. And don't forget to actually use these phrases in your daily life. When you meet a friend, greet them in English. When you go shopping, try using the polite requests you've practiced. When you talk about your weekend, use the phrases for past and future plans. The more you use them, the more comfortable and fluent you will become. If you found this lesson helpful, make sure to subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so you never miss a new episode. We upload new English learning lessons every single day, so you always have something fresh to practice with. Thank you so much for learning with me today. Keep practicing, keep smiling, and keep believing in yourself, because your English can improve faster than you think if you stay consistent. This is Mia, signing off for today's Daily English Talk. Take care, and I'll see you in the next lesson.